Coming up right now on Marlborough, residents could not have asked for a nicer day for this year's Memorial Day Parade. The annual Taste of Marlborough is coming up this month. Head down to Main Street for some local flavors. Also, help Marlborough and Hudson fight for a cure at this year's Relay for Life. Welcome to Marlborough This Week. I'm Alicia Brandt. We begin our coverage this week with the honoring of local heroes on Memorial Day. On Monday, Marlborough held its annual Memorial Day Parade to recognize and remember those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for their country. Residents gathered to watch the parade of veterans, firefighters, marching bands, Boys and Girl Scouts, and local officials. State Rep. Steve Levy read a proclamation from Governor Deval Patrick, while Mayor Arthur Vigent continued the tradition of the mayor reading a poem on Memorial Day. This poem was written by Roger Robichaud of the U.S. Army.
I stand before you all today, but no one eye can see my way. My time arrived to leave this earth, a fact so planned at every birth. It happened where I had to go. My torch for life was so aglow. I transferred while in uniform, protecting freedom through a storm. Should I resent I died for you? Not on my life, red, white, and blue. Please help my family through each day. Tell all my friends, try not to stray. And of the country I did love, do think of me through God above.
Jay Canabos of the U.S. Air Force and a veteran of Desert Storm also gave a short speech.
Since the United States became a sovereign nation, she has been involved in almost 75 separate military actions, where more than 1.3 million soldiers have given their lives and paid the price to ensure that we have the freedoms and security we enjoy today. Remembering these 1.3 million soldiers who have passed is what Memorial Day is all about.
Following the parade was a moment of silence, the firing of salute shots, taps, and the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner by the high school band. If you weren't there for the parade and haven't caught it on WMCT, you can always view it in its entirety on WMCT-TV.com or on Facebook. With the end of the school year being right around the corner, the school committee is attempting to tie all loose ends. The school committee held a special meeting Thursday night to address complaints leveled by the teachers union in a no-confidence vote against Superintendent Anthony Pope, and question why a deadline in the high school accreditation process has not been met. The committee also talked about Pope's announcement that he will not attend graduation this weekend. To view the special school committee meeting in its entirety, tune in to WMCT-TV at these following times. 35 restaurant establishments and 45 microbreweries will populate Main Street for this year's Taste of Marlborough. The 5th annual Taste of Marlborough and Brewfest is being held on June 11th from 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. This event is the perfect opportunity to sample items from local restaurants and also sample microbrews from local breweries.
It's bigger and better this year. We got 35 eating establishments taking part of it. Last year we had 26, and last year was our first annual Brewfest, and we had like 23 breweries, and this year we have 46 breweries, so we doubled the amount of breweries that's involved in the Brewfest. We also have expanded the entertainment. We have a lot more entertainment. We have like 14 entertainment locations, and that compared to like 11 or 12 in the past.
A new hole punch ticket system will be in place for this year's taste. Attendees will receive a hole punch in their ticket once they have received their food or microbrew sample.
Here we had a couple things happen, running out of food, which was the first for us in 4 years. And we feel with the added establishments and the change of the tickets, we'll that because we from talking to all the restaurants involved that there were a lot of people that were getting in free.
The money earned from ticket sales goes towards supporting the Marlborough Historical Programs, Relay for Life, and the Shauna Jean LaRassa Memorial Scholarship Fund. Tickets can be purchased in advance by visiting oldmarlborough.org/events or can be purchased at the door. Support the American Cancer Society and walk for a cure this month at Galone Park. The 14th Annual American Cancer Society Relay for Life of Marlborough Hudson will kick off at 6 p.m. on June 8th at Galone Park on Concord Road in Marlborough. Teams of residents will camp out overnight with the goal of keeping at least one member walking at all times throughout the evening. The relay is aimed at furthering the American Cancer Society's efforts to save lives, find cures, and fight back. To join the Relay for Life event as a survivor, caregiver, participant, or corporate sponsor, call Kathleen Parente at 413-244-1562 or visit relayforlife.org/Marlborough Hudson, Mass. Still to come on Marlborough this week, the Wayside Racquet and Swim Club presented the 16th George Fortin Fit for Life Award this week. But first, the Senior Center and Pleasantries will be hosting a 4-part Dine and Care series. We'll be right back after this break.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back to Marlborough this week. Do you have a loved one suffering from dementia? The Senior Center and Pleasantries wants to better inform you. Pleasantries Adult Day Services, along with the Marlborough Senior Center, are hosting a Community Caregivers Dine and Learn 4-part series. Between the months of May and July, family members, friends, or loved ones are invited to attend any of the 4 events which focus on caring for loved ones battling dementia or Alzheimer's.
The goal of having this educational Dine and Learn series is that we want to reach out to the community of caregivers who are feeling isolated and feeling alone. And the best way I know how is to offer folks the time and the support by giving them more education on the disease process of dementia. It empowers them, and it also gives them a bunch of resources to go to. So it's important that they know what their options are. It is certainly a caregiving journey that they've just begun or they're in the throes of, and this is just to reach out to community and say, we're here to support you. We know you have one of the most toughest jobs out there, so we'd like to have you folks come.
The events are free and include dinner at Linguini's for Session 3 and entertainment for Session 4. If you have a loved one battling dementia, this series will be a educational program. For more information or to make a reservation, call Pleasantries at 508-481-0809. Marlborough resident Robert Kays will be honored by the Boy Scouts this month for his hard work and dedication to the city. On Tuesday, June 19th, the Boy Scouts of Marlborough will be honoring longtime resident Robert Kays with the 2012 Good Scout Award. The Good Scout Award is bestowed upon individuals who have demonstrated integrity and genuine concern for others in both their professional and personal lives.
He is someone that young men can look up to in terms of valuing community service, in terms of valuing citizenship. Bob Kays is a guy that you can look up to. And so we want to thank him. Thank you all the organizations that he works with and on for all their efforts in the city of Marlborough.
The Good Scout Award Dinner is a fundraiser for the Boy Scouts of the Metro West. All monies raised will go towards enhancing Cub and Boy Scout programs in the community. To reserve a seat or donate, visit ktc-bsa.org/goodscout.htm. It's important for seniors to remain active, and at the Wayside Racquet and Swim Club, employees wanted to thank them for their dedication to a healthy lifestyle. Wayside Racquet and Swim Club recognized their seniors this week by hosting their 16th annual National Senior Health and Fitness Day. A luncheon is held, followed by entertainment and the presentation of the George Fortin Fit for Life Award.
And the seniors really enjoy it. They're a wonderful group of people. It's a strong social network, real active membership here at the club. So it's our way of kind of giving back to our senior population.
The George Fortin Fit for Life Award is given to a senior member who is committed to fitness and a healthy lifestyle, and whose lifelong commitment has been an influence to other members.
This year's award is being presented to Teresa Vizina. And Teresa is a longtime Marlborough resident. She's a very, very active member of the club in our water fitness program on an almost daily basis. She's been a member for over 17 years. She's 81 years young. And she's really a strong part, or a big part of our social network for the seniors here at the club. Gets very active in the plannings of the functions, the birthday parties they throw for each other. And just, she's a great woman and a fabulous deserving candidate.
Are you currently unemployed or seeking a career change? Mayor Arthur Vigent is hosting a job fair this month to help residents get back to work. More than 24 companies will be on hand to meet job seekers Wednesday, June 13th from 6 to 8:30 p.m. for the first Marlborough Works job fair being held at the Courtyard Marriott.
The Marlborough Works initiative is a program we started because in doing some outreach to the office in the city, we found a lot of the employers in the city were looking for some help and weren't being able to fill some slots, whether it's $15 an hour warehouse people or top-notch engineers. There were openings all over the office park. So working with the Marlborough Economic Development Corporation, we decided to have our own jobs fair in the city.
Mayor Arthur Vigent said the idea for this fair was sparked by his conversations with businesses earlier in his term. This will get Marlborough residents back to work.
The whole intention here is to fill jobs with Marlborough residents or for companies that are situated here in Marlborough. So we have over 30 companies participating. We're over 100 jobs that are available through these companies, and we're hoping to add to that in the next week or so.
Registration is now open online at cce.qcc.mass.edu, but the event is open to the public. Attendees are urged to bring several copies of their resume. It was a rough week for local sports teams. Districts are now in full swing, and the 7th-seeded Marlborough Panthers faced off against the 10th-seeded Algonquin Tomahawks on Thursday. Algonquin took a quick 1-0 lead in the first on a base hit just past the diving third baseman, John Rumney. The Tomahawks would make it 2-0 in the third on a sac fly by Jim Tempty. Algonquin leading 3-0 in the 5th inning would add some insurance runs on this 2-run double by Vic Kozica to make the score 5-0. Algonquin would go on to win the game 5-3, and the Panthers' season comes to an abrupt end. The Lady Panthers didn't fare much better on the softball diamond. They are facing the Leominster Blue Devils in this quarterfinal matchup. Molly McGuire on the hill for Marlborough pitched a great game, giving up just 3 runs on 5 hits. All 3 runs for Leominster coming in the 2nd inning. Unfortunately, Blue Devil starter Jess Hyatt was just a little better. She held the Panthers to just 1 hit and struck out 7. Panthers lose 3-0. A heartbreaking loss to end what was a great season. The city hosted an resume workshop on Wednesday to help local residents enter the workforce. We'll have details on that story next week. That's all for this week. Thank you for watching Marlborough This Week. I'm Alicia Brandt. Please be sure to like WMCT-TV on Facebook. And as always, see you next week for more in Marlborough News. Coming up right now on Marlborough This Week, golfers took on the elements at this year's annual Chamber of Commerce PGO tournament. The annual Taste of Marlborough is coming up this month. Head down to Main Street for some local flavors. Also, nearly 450 seniors graduated this past weekend from Assabet Valley Regional Technical High School and Marlborough High. Those stories and more coming up right now on Marlborough This Week. Welcome to Marlborough This Week. I'm Alicia Brandt. We begin our coverage this week with a big congratulations to seniors graduating from local high schools. This past weekend, the class of 2012 graduated from Marlborough High School. The 216 graduates were praised by Principal Deborah Roy for showing love of truth, honesty, courage, fairness, and wisdom.
The class of 2012 has displayed these virtues many times. You have taught us many lessons about honesty and wisdom this year. I would like to end with a quote from Carl Happig. I hope that my achievements in life shall be these, that I have fought for what was right and fair, that I have risked for that which mattered, and that I will have given help to those who were in need, and that I will have left the earth a better place for what I have done and who I have been. Congratulations to the class of 2012, and good luck in all your future endeavors.
Principal Roy, who will be retiring this year, listed a number of accomplishments of the students and the class as a whole. Valedictorian Taylor Fearing's speech, titled "Not Far Enough," told her classmates that even as they work towards achievement, it is important to take time occasionally to enjoy the moment.
Let's take some time to celebrate all of the accomplishments of our class. Let's take a step back and appreciate everything that has made our class what it is today. Let's recognize how far we've come.
After the ceremony, the recent graduates posed for pictures outside with friends and family as they reflected back on their time spent at Marlborough High. 224 seniors graduated from Assabet Valley Regional Technical High School on June 1st. Valedictorian Tara Walsh talked about how Assabet offers students a variety of opportunities both academically and technically that will lead to success in the future.
Our future is now aligned with success. We each have a trade to use as the base in the next step of our lives, whether it is continuing our education, entering the workforce, or entering the military. Class of 2012, realize that every decision you make, whether personally or professionally, will affect your future. It cannot change your past. And every goal you set should have tomorrow in mind, not yesterday.
Assabet's class of 2012 not only left their mark on the school, but also on the school's teachers. History teacher Joe Giarusso joked about how he had a full head of hair before this class arrived, and he also praised the class for their courage for choosing a technical school.
No matter what path you choose in the future, you will benefit from having gone to Assabet. If you go on to college, you will be expected to think critically in every class in which you enroll. If you go to work in your trade as a nurse or a mechanic or an executive chef or in the field of carpentry or biochemistry, you'll have to diagnose and solve problems every single day. If you go into the armed services, the very lives of the men and women serving next to you will depend on your ability to work effectively as part of a team. The skills you learned at Assabet will not be nice footnotes on your resume, and they're certainly not attributes that a future employer will politely suggest that you have. They will be required skills for a 21st century labor force, and you learn them because you had the courage and the ambition to advance your career by coming to Assabet.
Several seniors left the ceremony excited and nervous at what possibilities the future holds for them, but will always look fondly at their memories made at Assabet. It was a rainy day, but that didn't stop the Chamber of Commerce from holding its 38th annual PGO.
Well, Alicia, the weather could have been a bit better, but it seems like everyone had a great day.
According to the Chamber of Commerce, golf is a great way to network. It's good, low-key exercise, and you get some much-needed fresh air. But at this, the 38th annual PGO, you got a little something extra.
Despite the weather, we ended up really having at least 80% of the people who signed up. We had more than 75 people show up today, and I'm really excited because they're having a great time. Down on the 7th hole, we have lobster spears thanks to the Wayside Inn, and they're serving everybody as they're going around and they're playing. It's a great time.
A little drizzle. It's all good. Took a little warm up, but it's a great good.
For some golfers, the weather was a great opportunity to use Mother Nature as an excuse for their game, but some of them thought it helped their game.
It actually improves my game because typically when it's really nice out, I just focus on the sunny weather. So I have to kind of buckle down and focus on my golf shots. A couple Coors Lights typically help out as well. So, yeah, I'm doing all right.
10 years I played golf. This is the first time I played in the rain. But I'm having a good time.
On the 12th hole, Wayside Ford donated a 24-month lease on a new Ford Focus to anyone who could sink a hole-in-one.
No one has gotten the hole-in-one since I started in '87. Therefore, I'm kind of hoping today, but I don't know, with the wet grass, who knows if it'll roll into the hole.
And what do you think the chances are of hitting a hole-in-one today?
Well, not that good. I'm not swinging the club all that good, plus I couldn't do it anyway.
The PGO was successful, even with the rain, because the golf course is always a great place to be.
Having a great day, my first time here, having a blast. The folks up the front were extremely friendly, extremely helpful. I got here a little late. They were all over it, got me out to the hole, so I didn't miss a shot.
I have to tell you, people do business out on the golf course. They still do that. And it's fun. It really is fun, no matter what the weather is.
To find out more about the Chamber's events, you can go to their website at marlboroughchamber.org. Alicia, maybe you can join the PGO next year.
Oh no, thanks, Megan. You're the golf pro. I'll stick to the studio. Now moving on from sports to food. 30 restaurant establishments and 45 microbreweries will populate Main Street for this year's Taste of Marlborough. The 5th annual Taste of Marlborough and Brewfest is being held on June 11th from 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. This event is the perfect opportunity to sample items from local restaurants and also sample microbrews from local breweries.
It's bigger and better this year. We got 35 eating establishments taking part of it this year. Last year we had 26. And last year was our first annual Brewfest, and we had like 23 breweries. And this year we have 46 breweries, so we doubled the amount of breweries that's involved in the Brewfest. We also have expanded the entertainment. We have a lot more entertainment. We have like 14 entertainment locations, and that compared to like 11 or 12 in the past.
A new hole punch ticket system will be in place for this year's Taste. Attendees will receive a hole punch in their ticket once they have received their food or microbrew sample.
Here we had a couple things happen, running out of food, which was the first for us in 4 years. And we feel with the added establishments and the change of the tickets will help that, because we found out from talking to all the restaurants involved that there were a lot of people that were getting in free.
The money earned from ticket sales goes towards supporting the Marlborough Historical Programs, Relay for Life, and the Shauna Jean LaRassa Memorial Scholarship Fund. Tickets can be purchased in advance by visiting oldmarlborough.org/events, or can be purchased at the door. The City Council has been discussing a lot when it comes to Marlborough schools. This week, the City Council voted to back a resolution supporting the work being done in the school system. In the resolution, the Council stated that they believe that excellent teaching and learning occurs every day, and that the Council vows to work on continuing to provide a high-quality education for our students. The Council then denied a further attempt to cut an additional $500,000 from the 2012 school budget, saying that with those additional cuts, too many layoffs would have to occur. Recently, the City Council also approved to spend $23.5 million over the course of a 30-year bond on the city's share of the Aspen Valley Regional Technical High School repair project. Marlborough is 6th of the 7 communities to approve funding. Maynard is the only town yet to approve spending. Still to come on Marlborough this week, the city has partnered with Framingham and Hudson to provide a healthier community. But first, as part of the Marlborough Works initiative, the mayor held an interview and resume clinic to help job seekers. We'll be right back after the break.
You have a favorite living history story? Is it Marlborough Beginnings, the Mayor's Timeline, or the shoe industry? Hi, I'm Dan Ginden, host of Living History on WMCT-TV. In honor of Marlborough's birthday, we're counting down the top 5 history stories from Living History on Sunday, June 17th. Go online now to WMCT-TV.com and vote for your favorite history story in our poll. If you don't see your favorite story there, you can email us at livinghistory@WMCT-TV.com and make your vote count there. November isn't the only time you can exercise your right to vote. Our polls are open from now until June 10th. Then you can tune in at 8 p.m. on Sunday, June 17th, and find out which living history stories made the top 5. So we ask you again, do you have a favorite living history story? Go now to WMCT-TV.com and vote today in our poll. Or you can email us at livinghistory@WMCT-TV.com. Our polls are open now.
The first chamber member that Kathy recruited after I'd hired her was the XXX video store.
Jackie is Barbara's aunt, and Barbara went to school with my daughter Deborah, and they were best friends. Sure, I know Barbara.
Dave, whoa, whoa. Kathy, up, 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 up. David, whoa, whoa. Oh, Peter, you strong stud. You are super sexy.
Crikey, there she is. What the fucking burger is going on around here?
Welcome back to Marlborough This Week. To help Marlborough residents get back to work, the mayor partnered with Quinsigamond Community College and held his first interview and resume clinic.
The mayor's office, along with the Marlborough Development Corporation and Quinsigamond Community College, sponsored a resume and interview workshop recently at the school. The workshop came out after reaching out to local businesses.
One of the general issues that was brought up to us repeatedly is the need for a good labor supply and employees. We found that a lot of the Marlborough employers were coming out of this economic downturn and looking to hire, and they asked if we could help them in finding some local Marlborough employees.
One of the purposes of the workshop was to give local job seekers tips on putting together a professional resume.
The resume is important because it is that chance to make the first impression, and it's so different than it was several years ago when people were sending in resumes in hard copy. There are some things that you need to be aware of when you're sending in a resume electronically. And after you get that resume in, if you're called in for the interview, you want to be prepared for some of the types of questions that can be answered or asked today, and make sure you're, again, putting your best foot forward so that you put yourself in the best position to get the job that you're looking for.
The workshop is part of the Mayor's Job Fair initiative known as Marlborough Works. As part of this initiative, there will be a job fair on June 13th at the Courtyard Marriott on Felton Street.
We have over 30 companies participating, over 125 jobs. We actually have additional companies calling right now for additional jobs, and at this point we just don't have room for this one, but who knows what happens after June 13th.
Once again, the job fair is June 13th and free and open to the public.
In a country where obesity is a growing issue, Marlborough has partnered with surrounding communities to increase awareness and provide healthier options.
Marlborough has partnered with Framingham and Hudson to create Metro West Moves, a program that supports residents to live healthier and become more physically active.
A big part of whether people live healthy lives has to do with the environment around them, and that includes their support systems, their family, their friends, but also the built environment, the neighborhoods, whether there's places to exercise, whether there's places to walk. The Community Transformation Grant is trying to attack this built environment, the environment that we all live in, work in, play in, raise families in, recreate in.
Metro West Moves will receive a $60,000 grant each year to help their efforts towards creating a healthier environment for their communities.
We're going to be looking at pedestrian ways and bike paths as that'll be incorporated as we begin to plan new and existing roadways. We're going to be doing some healthy restaurant initiatives, which would mean that we're going to be identifying restaurants that have healthy choices, perhaps identifying on the menu what those healthy choices are. You'll see that across the Commonwealth eventually, but we're going to be doing that in Marlborough, Framingham, and Hudson. We're also going to pay close attention to the vending machines, particularly in municipal buildings, that they provide more and more healthy choices, get rid of some of the sodas and the sugary drinks and put in some more of the healthier drinks, the fresh fruit type drinks and waters and things like that.
Increases in physical activity and healthier choices in neighborhoods help prevent obesity and chronic diseases.
Marlborough resident Bob Kays will be honored by the Boy Scouts this month for his hard work and dedication to the city. On Tuesday, June 19th, the Boy Scouts of Marlborough will be honoring longtime resident Robert Kays with the 2012 Good Scout Award. The Good Scout Award is based upon individuals who have demonstrated integrity and genuine concern for others in both their professional and personal lives.
He is someone that young men can look up to in terms of valuing community service, in terms of valuing citizenship. Bob Kays is a guy that you can look up to. And so we want to thank him. Thank you all the organizations that he works with and on for all their efforts in the city of Marlborough.
The Good Scout Award Dinner is a fundraiser for the Boy Scouts of the Metro West. All monies raised will go towards enhancing Cub and Boy Scout programs in the community. To reserve a seat or donate, visit ktc-bsa.org/goodscout.htm. The circus is coming to town. Don't miss your opportunity to live entertainment under the big top. The Piccadilly Circus is coming to Marlborough June 20th through the 24th at the Best Western Royal Plaza. Experience the crazy fun and nuclear thrills with friends and family. Show up an hour early and get to ride camels, elephants, and meet Optimus Prime in person. For special offers and times, visit www.thefuncircus.com. Are you currently unemployed or seeking a career change? Mayor Arthur Vigent is hosting a job fair to help residents get back to work. More than 24 companies will be on hand to meet job seekers Wednesday, June 13th from 6 to 8:30 p.m. for the first Marlborough Works job fair being held at the Courtyard Marriott.
The Marlborough Works initiative is a program we started because in doing some outreach to the office park in the city, we found a lot of the employers in the city were looking for some help and weren't being able to fill some slots, whether it's $15 an hour warehouse people or top-notch engineers. There were openings all over the office park. So working with the Marlborough Economic Development Corporation, we decided to have our own jobs in the city.
Mayor Arthur Vigent said the idea for this fair was sparked by his conversations with businesses earlier in his term and is hoping that this will get Marlborough residents back to work.
The whole intention here is to fill jobs with Marlborough residents or for companies that are situated here in Marlborough. So we have over 30 companies participating. We're over 100 jobs that are available through these companies, and we're hoping to add to that in the next week or so.
Registration is now open online at cce.qcc.mass.edu, but the event is open to the public. Attendees are urged to bring several copies of their resume. That's all for this week. Thank you for watching Marlborough This Week. I'm Alicia Brandt. Please be sure to like WMCT-TV on Facebook. And as always, see you next week for more in Marlborough News.
So if you'd like to, then we'll let the
take some with you. It's very nice to meet you. Definitely check out the website. Definitely check it out. Hi. Marlon, Billy. Nice to meet you. I just graduated in science. What type of engineering?
Do I need to say my name? No.
Yeah, can you just say your name and spell your name just so we have it on tape?
Okay.
Go ahead, you can do that right now.
Marcio Mombrini.
And how do you spell that?
M-A-R-C-I-O. Mombrini spells M-O-M-B-R-I-N-I.
And you're from Marlborough, you said, right?
Marlborough, yeah.
Okay. You just stand right here. And when you're talking, you can look at me kind of off to the camera and look right into the camera.
Okay.
Actually, can you stand like right underneath this light? Yeah. Can you talk about why you came out here tonight, first of all?
Sure, yeah. I came here tonight because I just finished my Quinsigan Community College degree, and I'm looking for a job, and the opportunity came up. I was invited to come over, through Quinsig. They, sent me a letter saying that we're going to have the job fair. I went to the resume also, which was very helpful. I spruced it up a little bit, my resume, and I think, the fair, I was expecting, a certain amount of companies, but ended up being more than I was, thinking about it. It was very good.
And
that's it.
What's it like out there? I know the economy is tough, so it must be tough. There's not a ton of jobs out there. So,
oh yeah.
So how's it going for you personally? Are you finding it difficult right now?
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of the economy, it's been rough. That's why I took the decision I run my own business, and I took the decision to go back to college and study and improve myself to get ahead, with the slow economy. So, and I expect, the economy is growing slowly, and I'm not going to stop here. I'm going to UMass now and to get my degree, a bachelor's in accounting. And while I do my college, I will be working. If I could get a position in one of these companies, that's my goal. Get a position and keep studying. Yeah.
First, can you just say your name and spell your name, just so we have it?
Sure. My first name is Gözde, G-O-Z-D-E. Last name Guckaya, G-U-C-K-A-Y-A. People call me Gigi.
Okay. And are you from Marlborough?
I'm from Boston.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, if you can just talk about the economy is obviously bad right now. It's tough finding a job.
Right.
So can you talk about what kind of experiences you're having right now in terms of finding a job?
I think the most difficult thing is sending your resume into the internet, and it's just like a black hole. And I think this is why this is pretty important to see people face to face. And this is a huge opportunity. I mean, I don't think people realize how important it is to see people, and shake their hand. And I think that it's valuable, hugely valuable.
And how do you think it went tonight?
I think great. I mean, for how many employers there are, there's just so many people that showed up, of all ages, of all backgrounds. And I talked to so many people, and they were, all looking for the same thing. So, and they all seemed awesome. So.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, that was easy. So you stand like right here.
Great. Will do.
We'll get the contract. They should have opened that by the end of March. Actually, yeah, step right here. You may get to work. But that'll be an interesting. Come a little bit this way. Perfect. Yeah, look. Use this right here.
Sure.
As like a point.
Great.
All right. So Tim, can you talk about tonight's job fair and the turnout? Looked like it was great.
Yeah, sure. So tonight's job fair turnout was beyond expectations. We had over 500 people at last count actually show up tonight from the Marlborough area for this job fair, and they participated, and the response has been overwhelmingly receptive.
And many of the companies that showed up were actually local companies from around the area too, which is kind of nice to see.
Absolutely. One of the things we concentrated on at the MEDC was to make sure that we had some large, medium, and small employers based in and around Marlborough here this evening. And I'm proud to say that we had 34 companies participate tonight.
And this is like the culmination of a series of workshops you guys have put together.
That's right. So this is the final step in a couple-step process. We had a resume workshop a couple weeks back, and this was a follow-up to that to help the people who attended the resume workshop actually with an opportunity to provide them with access to people who are actually looking for talent right now.
You know, the most important thing is that you relax and you're just like happy about your program. You know, like, hey, this is an exciting program that we're doing here. We're so excited this year. We have 850 continue to send in their backpacks or whatever your plea is.
That's perfect.
So, okay, that's see, yeah, perfect. Just energy. That's the most important thing.
I just am not. You know how some people are
Really good, yeah.
influent? I am not. So, I mean, I can get excited at one on
All right. Can you just turn up your body a little bit this way so don't get such a profile?
So it's
No,
like
the other
more,
way.
yeah.
Perfect. All right, first of all, just say your name and spell your name so we have it on tape.
My name is Barbara LaGrenade. I'm director of the volunteerism at...
It's okay, this isn't even on camera. We just need to know how to spell your last name. So
Oh, okay. All right. My name is Barbara LaGrenade. I'm director of the volunteerism. BARA, LA, capital GRENADE.
Great, thank you. And what is the United Way's dedication to helping kids? How can you describe it?
United Way has been providing the necessary school supplies to the 495 Metro West area for over 15 years. And this year, we've actually are supplying 850 backpacks to the local children. And we have to thank the agencies. No, I just didn't want to say that.
That's all right.
Thank the companies.
That's fine.
Take two.
And, you can even talk about in a more broad sense too, where not just specifically this today, but just in general, why like the importance that United Way emphasis on helping kids, like the education you guys do for helping kids. Yeah, just like in a broad sense, not just for this, if that makes sense. That makes it easier or harder.
I don't know. Let me do what I'm thinking, and then you can correct me.
Okay.
It's important to have like energy, seriously, just happiness. Okay, because that's what's going to show on camera that you're so excited about this endeavor.
Yeah, and you're doing fine.
Doesn't
You're
matter
doing
what
fine.
you say, just look happy about it. That's all.
Yeah, you're doing fine, Barbara.
Hi, my name is Barbara LaGrenade, and here today, United Way volunteers are putting together backpacks for children within the community. And United Way has been providing school supplies for the local children within the Metro West 495 corridor for over 15 years. And thanks to the dedicated volunteers and local corporations, we've had
You're doing fine.
21 agencies.
Yeah, see,
We've provided to 21 local agencies.
And actually, in all these details you're giving us, we actually have that we can use in the voiceovers. We don't even need, you don't have to worry about giving details. We're going to give those in the piece itself from the press release we have.
Okay.
So just to make it easier on you, you can just say like, oh, the United Way's been helping kids for years and years. This is something that we, just adds to, what we do as a group.
Yeah, just kind of like talk about the kids and how excited the United Way is to help them.
All right, take three.
You get as many
So
takes as
don't
you
worry
want.
about the details, but we're going to mention all that stuff about the corporations donating and all that.
Okay.
Just talk about
All
that the United Way is one of our goals is to help kids, and this is one way we're doing it, and just kind of talk about it in a more broad sense. So you don't have to worry about the details so much.
I don't.
I know, it's difficult. Don't worry about it. You're doing great.
Oh yeah, great. Now you're changing the.
You look happy, and that's
I
all
am
that
happy.
matters.
I am happy.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Hi everybody. My name is Barbara, and I work for United Way. And hello, my name is Barbara. I work for United Way of Tri-County as the Director of Volunteerism, and we're here today preparing backpacks for the local children. United Way has been dedicated over 15 years to provide backpacks to local children with the necessary school supplies. It's an exciting event, and the children that are most in need will be receiving these backpacks that have been sponsored from our local companies.
Thank you very much. No, that was perfect. No, that was good.
It's so nice of you guys to be helping out.
This is 26A. 28.
He's supposed to be helping you. What's going on in there? Is he slowing the...
We have the right child and the right tag, we're all set.
All right, one down, 400 to go. All right, good to go. The fill too.
Yeah.
What's in the money?
Oh, yeah. 21.
We've already done those.
All those done?
Yeah, you should probably get them.
Over there? I'm messing up the whole process there. Let's see.
Maybe I should give you some
Take
instruction,
the
right?
Spider-Man.
Just go for it.
105.
I think that's,
Matthew.
I'm in the wrong place, unless we just turned the camera around.
It is. It was up.
I'll take that.
All right. It says. All right. This is Abbey House too.
Photogenic.
Coming up right now on Marlborough this week, a new pocket park has opened up at 167 Main Street. Residents were able to explore their taste buds at this year's annual Taste of Marlborough. Also, the 5th annual Marlborough Amazing Race had nearly 60 participants scrambling across the city. These stories and more coming up right now on Marlborough This Week. Welcome to Marlborough This Week. I'm Megan Mellon, filling in for Alicia Brandt. We began our coverage with a new sunny spot for residents to relax and enjoy.
City and business officials held a ribbon cutting for a new downtown park on Main Street. This new park fills a void left when the building at 167 Main Street was destroyed by an 8-alarm fire 2 years ago.
It was my pleasure to be here today to represent the City Council in this great project. The City Council, like everybody in the city, was devastated with the fire and leaving such a hole on Main Street. With the help of Marlborough Economic Development Corporation, this beautiful site was brought together for the summer. Hopefully, it's not going to be here next summer, that it's going to attract a business that wants to build here, but it certainly has cleaned up Main Street for the summer. People are going to get to use it, kind of attract some folks to come downtown, so we're very excited. And we were very happy to help support this project.
Marlborough Economic Development Corporation partnered with Marlborough Savings Bank to beautify this downtown lot and make the project possible.
Well, Marlborough Savings Bank has been committed to the downtown for a very long time. Obviously, we've been downtown for 152 years, and we've made a huge commitment over there on the corner of at 81 Granger, and we just felt this was a great opportunity to continue to give back to the downtown. We knew it would be used. It certainly is a big improvement to what was here.
The property owner of the lot at 167 Main Street was also very happy to lease this space to the city.
And after getting an idea as to what we are going to do here, I had absolutely no hesitation, because it was actually a sort of wasteland, and it is going to be used for a very good purpose, and I'm very happy to do that.
The park is now open to the public and provides a sunny spot to sit and eat lunch or enjoy the downtown scenery.
Visitors could not have asked for nicer weather as they walked around downtown and sampled microbrews and local recipes.
The 5th annual Taste of Marlborough was a success. Guests came from near and far to tickle their taste buds with various samples from Marlborough restaurants.
We weren't from Marlborough. We were originally from Waltham, and we came to Marlborough, and just to try all the different restaurants is great. I mean, they give you a taste of everything.
Participating in the Taste of Marlborough is not only fun for residents, but beneficial for restaurant owners.
A good majority of the people who participate in the Taste of Marlborough, they do pop in, try some of the sandwiches that we have, or the entrees that we serve, chicken, seafood. It helps a lot. The Taste of Marlborough helps a lot, bringing more customers, more people down to downtown Marlborough.
We think it's just wonderful energy for the downtown. We've done it since the beginning. I think at first we might have been a little bit skeptical, but we had been to one in Shrewsbury, and we knew that it was really good energy. And I think it brings out people that you haven't seen in a long time. It brings out your regulars, your regular visitors, that we're always happy to have them support our business. And then new people, they come to the area and they say, wow, this downtown's really got some great energy, some great restaurants. I'll come back.
The Taste is so popular because people enjoy the opportunity to experience all of the variety that Marlborough has to offer.
There's been so many different changes in different restaurants opening up and down the street, and it's a pleasure to go and try, what another restaurant has. So it gives more options to the folks in Marlborough.
All proceeds from the Marlborough Taste went toward supporting the Relay for Life, Marlborough Historical Programs, and the Shauna Jean Larassa Memorial Scholarship Fund.
Sunday marked the annual Amazing Race held by the Lions Club. Alexandra Grace was there, and she was chasing around all the top teams. Al?
Thanks, Megan. The weather couldn't have been any nicer for the participants. It was definitely an exciting event full of positive energy and fierce competition. The Lions Club held their 5th Marlborough Amazing Race, based off of the hit show. 60 people of all ages participated, forming teams of pairs, groups, and families.
We are the Bradys! Yes, yes!
From a balancing act to a riverboat scramble, reciting Shakespeare to exploring a dark tunnel, the 5-hour race consisted of a dozen challenges and fun for the entire family.
Some things they do better on, some things they have tough times, but most of the time they're as good or better than we are.
The competition was intense, and a few participants even suffered some battle wounds.
Twisted my ankle and not being able to participate in the challenges.
The tunnel wasn't bad. I mean, I didn't care about going in the tunnel. Halfway through, the big rock was in the middle. I didn't see it. That's where I fell.
But morale was always high.
We're not really about winning. We're about just finishing.
It was just a lot of fun and had a good time.
There was no $1 million prize, but winners were announced, and participants were able to enjoy a free meal at the Main Street Cafe. Viewers can look forward to a full special on the Marlborough Amazing Race right here on WMCT-TV. Back to you, Megan.
Thanks, Al. The circus is coming to town. Don't miss your opportunity to see live entertainment under the big top.
The Piccadilly Circus is coming to Marlborough June 20th through the 24th at the Best Western Royal Plaza. Experience the crazy fun and nuclear thrills with friends and family. Show up an hour early and get to ride camels, elephants, and meet Optimus Prime in person. For special offers and times, visit www.thefuncircus.com.
A lot of Marlborough residents have been anticipating the job fair, and it happened this week.
More than 24 companies were in town Wednesday looking to recruit local job seekers to fill over 100 open positions. The fair is part of the Mayor's Marlborough Works initiative and is a collaborative effort between the city, the Marlborough Economic Development Corporation, and Quinsigamond Community College. And by all accounts, the fair was a complete success.
So tonight's job fair turnout was beyond expectations. We had over 500 people at last count actually show up tonight from the Marlborough area for this job fair, and they participated, and the response has been overwhelmingly receptive.
Many who attended the fair felt meeting these companies face-to-face adds a personal touch in this competitive job market.
I think the most difficult thing is sending your resume into the internet, and it's just like a black hole. And I think this is why this is pretty important to see people face to face. And this is a huge opportunity. I mean, I don't think people realize how important it is to see people, and shake their hand. And I think that it's valuable, hugely valuable.
Many of the companies in attendance are based here in Marlborough.
One of the things we concentrated on at the MEDC was to make we had some large, medium, and small employers based in and around Marlborough here this evening, and I'm proud to say that we had 34 companies participate tonight.
Still to come on Marlborough this week, the 4th annual Marlborough Triathlon brought nearly 400 athletes to the city. But first, the school committee has been working hard to prioritize students' education. We will be right back after this break.
Packer. Viking.
Red state. Blue state. Vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown. Downtown.
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities, our families, united. Even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change happens without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Welcome back to Marlborough This Week. Everyone has their own opinion regarding the controversy in the school district, but I agree that the students must come first.
Parents, faculty, and students filled the audience at this past school committee meeting. The discussion included the filing of the accreditation report and the result of the school committee's self-evaluation. Members graded themselves best in relationships with state and federal governments and worst in district leadership and financial management skills. During the superintendent's report, Anthony Pope released a statement saying he was sincerely sorry that the incident involving him was misinterpreted. And at the conclusion of this meeting, he wants to return to a focus on student achievements. Despite Pope's statement, audience members made it clear that they hope the superintendent chooses to resign.
A triathlon puts athletes to the test with a 3.3-mile run, a 1/3 of a mile swim, and a 15-mile bike ride.
The weather could not have been better for spectators and participants at this year's 4th annual Marlborough Triathlon held on June 10th. Competitor Eric Olson was excited to kick off the season.
Well, it's the first one this season, so just got to get the kinks built out on a race early in the season. I'm excited, and that's it. Nothing, it's a triathlon. It's a sprint. It's a lot of fun, and we enjoy it.
With nearly 400 competitors, many spectators came from near and far to support family and friends.
We are super excited. The weather's gorgeous. We went to a Red Sox game last night. You know, we're happy to be here. So it's his first Marlborough triathlon. And we're here to support Dad from Globe, Arizona. He flew out here for the triathlon. And my mom and my boyfriend are here with me.
Finishing the race in 1 hour, 4 minutes, Stephen Wright from Holliston, Mass. was proud to have won his first regional triathlon.
I'm really happy to win. It's kind of my first overall win at a regional race like this. It was a good course, beautiful weather, kind of 70, 80 degrees out there. I got a little hot on the run, but basically I just trying to stay in the shade and stay cool, throwing water on me throughout the run, and ended up being able to hold off the other competitors by a little bit at the finish.
Female Pro Elite winner Alicia Kay crossed the finish at 1 hour, 7 minutes. Kay, who is married to Marlborough Triathlon co-founder Jared Shoemaker, finished less than 1/10 faster than her husband, and said she loved the course, the friendly competition, and overall atmosphere.
Yeah, no, the swim is great. I like starting with the guys. It gives me a good opportunity to kind of measure where I'm at. The bike is super hilly and it's technical. I actually called Jared cursing the first year because I was like, why did you design this course so difficult? But it's really challenging, and I think every person that crosses the line can really say they've done one of the hardest courses out there. Amongst all competitors at this year's triathlon, Marlborough was able to welcome father-son team Rick and Dick Hoyt, along with Boston Bruins defenseman and Stanley Cup champion Andrew Ferentz.
I've had some spare time lately, so it's obviously the opportunity, when you're out of the playoffs, comes up for things like this. And Jared invited me, and we've known each other for a few years now, so I'm honored. I get to slow him down and give him a worse time than he'd normally have, but I think he's got the patience to have a partner like me, so I had a blast. It's a really great event.
Jared Shoemaker, who teamed up with Andrew Ferentz, was happy that the day was so successful.
This race is great. We've moved it around a bunch of times to date, but this early season is kind of nice. Gets people out there ready for the races at the end of the year. Couldn't ask for a better day today. The lake was perfect. It wasn't too hot, and it was a beautiful course.
All triathletes crossed the finish in under 3 hours and already can't wait until the Marlborough Tri next year.
Marlborough residents now have a chance to help our community stuff a bus with food and toiletries.
Students from Marlborough Public Schools are inviting residents and local businesses to help them raise food and household items for the Marlborough Community Cupboard. Items can be delivered on June 18th and 19th from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. to the Whitcomb Middle School. The goal is to collect 15,000 pounds of food. This annual Stuff a Bus program makes a direct impact on the resources offered by the cupboard during the summer months when many sources of donation often stall. For more information on the Stuff a Bus program, call Marlborough Public Schools' Beth Wagner at 508-460-3574.
The mayor announced the date, time, and theme of this year's annual Labor Day Parade at the press conference this week.
Preparations for the 2012 Labor Day Parade has begun, and this year the theme will be honoring the city's volunteers in service.
Ed is moving forward with the volunteer and community organizations as the theme for the parade. And we have some great organizations that have done so much for the community, the Eagles, the Kiwanis, the Rotary, the Moose Club, the Lions Club. We just have so many great organizations that do so much for the community. Ed's decided to move forward, honoring them by making them the direction of the theme this year.
Every year, Marlborough takes pride in producing a parade that is entertaining, well-established, and one of New England's premier Labor Day events.
This year's parade, we're looking to add a few things to it to make it a little bit more interesting for folks. We like to change it out a little bit from year to year so that people don't get bored with it. It is one of the largest events on Labor Day in the New England area, and we want to keep it that way and keep everybody happy with it. We hope that everybody will be pleased with what we're presenting this year.
Of course, the Labor Day Parade could not happen without the help and donations from residents and local businesses.
Now what we need is a lot of volunteers for Parade Day and in advance of that.
Yes.
So we need some volunteers. Obviously the contributions go to the parade. The city pays a chunk of it, but we need additional contributions. You can find the information for the parade on our city website. There's a link going right to the parade page. We also have packets in the mayor's office and down at the recreation office.
This year's Labor Day Parade will be held on September 3rd at noon. The parade starts on Pleasant Street and ends at the intersection of Route 85.
That's all for this week. Don't forget the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life is June 22nd at Galone Park. I'll be there to bring you a full report next week. Thank you for watching Marlborough This Week. For Alicia Brandt, I'm Megan Mellon. Please be sure to like WMCT-TV on Facebook, and as always, tune in next week for more in Marlborough news.
Coming up right now on Marlborough This Week, a van fire has left a local nonprofit organization in need. Residents are not too happy about a possible Cumberland Farms on Route 85. Also, a long-awaited community garden has finally opened for residents. These stories and more coming up right now on Marlborough This Week. Welcome to Marlborough This Week. I'm Alicia Brandt. We begin our coverage with an unfortunate incident that set 3 vans ablaze. Local nonprofit organization Employment Options was struck by tragedy this past weekend when a possible suicide was committed in their own parking lot.
It's a horrifically tragedy, not only for us because we're not sure yet who the individual is, but at the same token, it also impacts members' lives here on a daily basis and also an emotional life basis.
Around 2:30 a.m. on Saturday, the man pulled his car into a parking spot in between 3 Employment Options vans and set them all ablaze. The destroyed vans bring 56 people a day to jobs, medical appointments, and other activities. These vans are critical to the everyday operations of the organization.
For us, transportation is a critical service need. We lost 3 vans. They're about $40,000 a van, so that gives an idea of the impact financially. And also, I also want to make sure that the human factor is also part of this tragedy.
Since the incident on Saturday, the individual has been identified and a medical examination and police investigation is underway. The man is said to have no correlation whatsoever with Employment Options, and police continue to question why the individual chose this particular location to end his life.
What we now know, based on the police report, is that this individual did have mental health issues. However, he was not an active member of our agency, but it does speak to the need of mental health issues. So the feeling was from the police is that he probably came here because it was an isolated environment. So although he was not an active member here using our services, it speaks to the importance to me about being part of the community, and so this is a loss regardless.
In lieu of this tragedy, Employment Options is reaching out to the community for monetary donations or vehicle donations in order to help transportation to and from the organization get back in service. Do you want to see dancing camels and high-wire trapezeists? Well, the circus is in town until Sunday. The Piccadilly Circus was in Marlborough this week, and despite the extreme heat on Wednesday and Thursday, families came out from across the region to enjoy the show.
But hopefully it'll be exciting and fun, and I personally would rather be in my pool at the moment, but my family's excited and I am to be here.
Just to have some fun, even though it's really hot out. Oh, we're like sweating. We came to feed the animals and just have a good time.
The circus was a nice treat for people in the Marlborough area, giving them the opportunity to get out and experience something new.
Massachusetts is a favorite part of our tour. We tour throughout the entire United States. We do several different cities throughout Massachusetts. Every year we happen to play a different city. This happened to be on our route this year, and we're actually looking forward to it. It's a beautiful venue. We bring fun and laughter. That's what we sell here, is fun and laughter. We've got animals, we've got acrobats, we've got people that walk on a high wire, 25 feet in the air. We've got zebras, camels, we've got a petting zoo. There's something for kids from 2 to 92.
The Piccadilly Circus has 6 more performances over the weekend, so head down to the Best Western Royal Plaza Hotel for some one-of-a-kind entertainment. Cumberland Farms is looking to put a new location in Marlborough, but will residents let it happen? Cumberland Farms wants to open a retail store with 8 gas pumping stations at the corner of Maple and Walker Streets, where Metro West Power Equipment is currently located. However, residents are not too keen on the idea.
There are plenty enough convenience stores on Maple Street. That being said, we'll leave that alone. As a resident of the community, though, I have some real serious concerns about traffic.
I don't really see a need. I mean, basically, a business there is to serve customer needs. And from Walker Street to McDonald's is basically a graveyard of failed gas stations.
The gas station is seeking permission to operate 24 hours, but is not pursuing a beer and wine license. The Cumberland Farms proposal has already passed with the zoning board and is set to be reviewed at an upcoming Urban Affairs meeting. Students from the Whitcomb Middle School helped stock the community cupboard shelves this week. It is very important to give back to the community, and this past week, Whitcomb Middle School held their annual Stuff a Bus program to benefit the Marlborough Community Cupboard.
Stuff a Bus happens every year in June, and the Marlborough Public Schools works with the United Way of Massachusetts to collect as many food items as we can for our local food pantry. This summer is an extremely important time for us to raise food for them, because a lot of students at our schools have free and reduced lunches, and so they might not be getting as much food as they do during the school year. So we try to raise as much food as we can and hopefully keep the food pantry stocked for the entire summer.
Middle school students volunteered their time to help load 15,000 pounds of food that was to be hauled off to the community cupboard. Stuff a Bus makes a direct impact on the resources offered by the cupboard and fortifies their shelves during the summer season when donations often stall. Are you staying in town this weekend and looking for something to do? Then head down to the center of town on Sunday for the annual Main Street Car Show.
Main Street will be closed after 9 a.m. June 24th for the 4th annual Marlborough Car Show. The car show will be from 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., where more than 100 classics, muscle cars, and hot rods will be on display. The event is free, and downtown businesses will remain open and be participating in the festivities. Show car owners may register on site starting at 9 a.m. at Main and Newton Streets for a $10 suggested donation to Shriners Hospital for Children.
Still to come on Marlborough this week, the theme for this year's Labor Day Parade has been announced. But first, residents receive education on the public transportation system in Marlborough. We'll be right back after this break.
The first chamber member that Kathy recruited after I'd hired her was the XXX Video Store.
Jackie is Barbara's aunt, and Barbara went to school with my daughter Deborah, and they were best friends. Sure, I know Barbara.
Dave, whoa, whoa, Kathy, up, David, whoa, whoa. Oh, Peter, you strong stud. You are super sexy.
Crikey, there she is.
What the fucking burger is going on around here?
Welcome back to Marlborough This Week. The Transportation Fair relayed some crucial information to residents this week. The Marlborough Senior Center, Employment Options, and the Metro West Rural Transit Authority held a transportation fair this week to better inform the community on Marlborough's public transportation system.
It's a transit fair today to introduce some people to the new bus service that we've had in the city for a couple of years. We're trying to increase ridership, and one of the issues we have is some of the, especially seniors, are intimidated by this new bus system because the city has organized a scheduled bus service for over 50 years. Now we finally have it.
To ease the financial burden public transportation may have on seniors, some seniors may qualify for a $20 credit on the new Charlie Card.
Charlie Card is a way for seniors to be able to have affordable transportation in the Marlborough community as well as into surrounding communities. It allows them to be able to sometimes spontaneously just go out along the fixed route and actually wave down one of the MWRTA buses and go to whether it's the pharmacy or the grocery store or to a medical appointment to be able to have easy access.
There is always a high need for public transportation, and the state of Massachusetts is continuously working to meet those demands.
I am a strong supporter of public transportation, and the legislature right now is taking a look at increasing funding for the regional transit authorities, including the Metro West Regional Transit Authority, and public transportation in general. So having these kind of forums, showing the need for better transportation, but also marshaling the support for it, I'm hoping we can pass this next year.
For more information on routes and schedules of the public transportation system in Marlborough, visit mwrta.com. On Tuesday night, Marlborough's own Bob Kays received the Good Scout Award. Liz Berry was there. And Liz, does this mean that Bob Kays used to be a scout himself?
Well, Alicia, the recipients don't have to have been scouts, but they carry the spirit of scouting, which Bob Kays does.
Let's hear it for him one more time. Congratulations.
The Good Scout Award is bestowed upon individuals who have demonstrated integrity and genuine concern for others in both their professional and personal lives.
The award's given, in this case, every other year to recipients that have done a great deal for the community, worked hard in terms of helping both youth and adults. And of course, with this economy, it's even more important that people help people.
Rosemary Rimkus and Marlborough's own Bob Kays were the 2012 recipients. Kays is a man who is always there in a time of need in our community, and he loves to do it. He's just not crazy about the attention.
When people ask me, I can't say no, so it's very difficult to do that, but as far as the accolades and the attention, that's not what I'm doing this for.
Kays is involved in many of Marlborough's biggest fundraising events, like the Relay for Life, the Mayor's Charity Ball, and the Evening of Giving.
It's actually the people, which I'm going to allude to tonight, about all the people that support my efforts. They're the unsung heroes here, and they're the ones that drive me to do what I do.
The funds raised at this event goes to supporting scouting, so in a way, Kays and Rimkus have done another good deed just by receiving their awards here tonight.
And the funds go towards the operating budgets of Knox Trail Council. We serve over 7,000 scouts throughout the 21 Metro West towns.
The Good Scout Award is really an honor when you think about past recipients with Marlborough ties. Steve LeDuc, Sue Lieber, and even former Mayor Mike McGorty. Alicia?
Thanks, Liz. And on Wednesday, gardeners of all ages and all skills can now enjoy their own garden plot on Stowe Road. A long-awaited community garden has opened in Marlborough at the Cider Knoll Conservation Land on Stowe Road. This week marked the grand opening of the garden that has more than exceeded its expectations.
We are here today on the first day of summer celebrating the opening of our first community garden. It's very exciting. We have 42 plots and we subscribed, and there's gardeners who've been calling for years trying to get a community garden, and finally, everything merged together and we have a garden today. So really, really excited, and it's fun.
The community garden gives residents who do not have the opportunity to garden at home a place to spend their summer days growing plants, socializing, and enjoying the outdoors.
I think this is one of the best ideas the city of Marlborough's had in a long time. I had a garden for years and years at my other house, and I live in an apartment now and haven't been able to have a garden. And when I heard about this, and all the work Priscilla, the Boy Scouts, everybody's done here, I'm just amazed. It's just fun. Everybody here is nice. We have a great time. It's just wonderful. Everything's growing good. You come down almost every day, look at the progress of what's happening. Everything's growing great. It's fantastic. It's a great way to spend the summer, and happy first day of summer.
The community garden was made possible with the help and donations from many volunteers, residents, the Boy Scouts, and city officials. Animals and dog lovers alike are invited down to the Vin Bin to enjoy some afternoon treats. Join the Vin Bin on Saturday, June 23rd for a dog day afternoon of wine tasting, barbecue, and doggy treats.
And we're going to have over 20 wines open from 3 to 6 p.m. We're going to have the bar out, we're going to be grilling, we're going to have a great time. It's going to be really fun.
This event is in honor of the Vin Bin's fallen mascot, Bella. Money raised from raffles, donations, and a portion of the Vin Bin's sales will go to Save a Dog of Sudbury.
We loved Bella. She would come in here all the time and lay on the floor, and everybody loved to see her. She was a really happy dog, and when she passed away, we thought, what better way for us to honor her memory would have an event, and we brought in the Save a Dog Foundation as well, and we're looking forward to having them because we just love dogs. And now we can have them come down to the store and hang out front, and we can feed them cheese and have some wine while we're at it.
Tickets are available at the store or at the event. A $5 donation is requested to participate in the festivities. The mayor held a press conference last week with parade director Ed Thurber, and they announced the date, time, and theme of this year's Labor Day Parade. Preparations for the 2012 Labor Day Parade has begun, and this year the theme will be honoring the city's volunteers in service.
This year, Ed is moving forward with the volunteer and community organizations as the theme for the parade. And we have some great organizations that have done so much for the community. The Eagles, the Kiwanis, the Rotary, the Moose Club, the Lions Club. We just have so many great organizations that do so much for the community. Ed's decided to move forward honoring them by making them the direction of the theme this year.
Every year, Marlborough takes pride in producing a parade that is entertaining, well-established, and one of New England's premier Labor Day events.
This year's parade, we're looking to add a few things to it to make it a little bit more interesting for folks. We like to change it out a little bit from year to year so that people don't get bored with it. It is one of the largest events on Labor Day in the New England area, and we want to keep it that way and keep everybody happy with it. We hope that everybody will be pleased with what we're presenting this year.
Of course, the Labor Day Parade could not happen without the help and donations from residents and local businesses.
Now what we need is a lot of volunteers for parade day and in advance of that.
Yes.
So we need some volunteers. Obviously the contributions that go toward the parade, the city pays a chunk of it, but we need additional contributions. You can find the information for the parade on our city website. There's a link going right to the parade page. We also have packets in the mayor's office and down at the recreation office.
This year's Labor Day Parade will be held on September 3rd at noon. The parade starts on Pleasant Street and ends at the intersection of Route 85. That's all for this week. Thank you for watching Marlborough This Week. I'm Alicia Brandt. Please be sure to like WMCT-TV on Facebook. And as always, tune in next week for more in Marlborough News. This week. Being postponed due to rain, people walked for a cure last Friday at the Relay for Life. Need a place to cool off during these hot summer months? The beach and wading pools are open. Also, Big Papi of the Boston Red Sox made his way into Marlborough this past Tuesday. These stories and more are coming up right now on Marlborough This Week. Welcome to Marlborough This Week. I'm Alicia Brandt. We begin our coverage with an appearance from Red Sox designated hitter David Ortiz.
Supermarkets always seem to be a crowded place in the summertime, but at Hannaford's this week in Marlborough, it was especially busy. And not because the 4th of July barbecue items were on sale. No, it was a much bigger reason.
Hello, everyone.
David Ortiz, who homers by night and sells salsa by day, was at the local Marlborough supermarket to greet fans, pose for pictures, sign autographs, and of course, sell some salsa.
Oh, it seems like it's good. Yeah. Yeah, people really like it and very tasty.
That's a secret of your success this year, so you say?
Maybe.
Besides selling the salsa, Ortiz was selling the Red Sox chances of moving up in the standings.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of guys that have been injured, and pretty much we are the team that have been going through the situation more than anyone else. But we are expecting those guys to be back pretty soon, and we're just gonna keep on trying to play the way we are. I don't think we're doing that bad, just like it was at the beginning, and hopefully get better.
Overall, the appearance of David Ortiz at Hannaford's in Marlborough was something fans will never forget.
You got to see David?
Yeah.
What did he say to you?
He said, well, he just said it's great to see you. I hope you're a Red Sox fan, you know. He's a great guy.
You get something signed?
Yeah, I got my hat signed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice, look at that.
The Relay for Life took place at Galone Park last Friday. Megan Mellon is here with more. Megan?
After having to reschedule the Relay for Life once already, it was on last Friday, rain or shine. The Relay for Life was once again held in Marlborough. To get an idea of how many people are affected by cancer, all we needed to do was look around Galone Park.
I think it's pretty good considering, number one, that it was postponed for 2 weeks and that everyone seems to be a little bit afraid of the weather. But I think so far, and I know a lot more people are going to be showing up, so I think it's okay.
I think it's great. Like, a lot of people come, some aren't even affected by it, some are personally affected, and it's just everyone comes together to support each other as a whole, and it's just a really nice thing to do.
Since the mid-1980s, the Relay for Life has been held all around the country with the intent of providing more funding for cancer research and the hope of one day seeing an end to this horrible disease.
What it personally means to me is hopefully that for me going through it myself, that I'll be around to see my kids grow up, and that my kids hopefully will never have to go through what I'm going through or see other people that they love go through what me and many others here tonight are going through.
While cancer wreaks havoc on so many individual lives as well as whole families, this night is more of an opportunity to heal and find comfort and support from others who have faced cancer or lost a loved one to it.
It's amazing. And living in Marlborough, I know lots of people on the committee. It brings the whole town closer together, and Hudson and Marlborough, it just opens everybody's eyes.
There is no, this one or that one. Everybody just becomes one big, huge family. Everybody just supports everybody. Everybody has each other's back.
Despite the family-style fun of this event, the mission of the night is obvious with the start of the Survivor Lap and the Luminaria ceremony. As usual, the volunteer crew, headed up by Bob Kays, did a great job setting up at Galone Park.
It's a very active committee that starts working early in the fall, and we meet periodically until here. We have committee meetings, captain meetings. We just get everything, try and get it as set as we can be. And unfortunately, second year in a row, we got rained out. So this is our postponed date, and anyway, it's great to be here.
Even though the Relay for Life is over for this year, you can still make a donation to the American Cancer Society at their website at relayforlife.org. Alicia?
Thanks, Megan. The weather sure did cooperate for the relay last weekend, and this weekend sure does look to be perfect as well. If you're looking for a way to escape the heat, the beaches and wading pools are open. The Marlborough Recreation Department has announced wading pools and beach are officially open for the season. Wading pools at Ward Park in Farrell Field and the Memorial Beach officially opened on Friday, June 22nd, and will remain open until September 3rd. Wading pools are open 7 days a week from noon to 6 p.m., and Memorial Beach is open 7 days a week with public swimming hours being 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. After months of controversy, angry parents, and faculty, Superintendent Anthony Pope is leaving the district. At the school committee meeting on Tuesday night, Mayor Arthur Vigin announced the resignation of Superintendent Anthony Pope.
Dr. Pope has tendered his resignation effective July 2nd, 2012. School committee has accepted it. The parties have come to a mutual agreement regarding the terms of the separation, the details of which will be released when the agreement has been signed. Also like to announce that on an interim basis, while we set up the process for an interim superintendent, that Maureen Grulich will be the acting interim superintendent. We plan on getting a process in place, someone in place hopefully before the start of the next school year.
Superintendent Anthony Pope's resignation is effective July 2nd, and he leaves the district by saying, "We have accomplished many great things in a short period of time that can be the foundation and building blocks for future growth." Amongst his accomplishments, he highlighted the 5-year strategic plan in Believe 2016 and the STEM program. Leadership Director Maureen Grulich will act as interim superintendent. Are you looking for some free entertainment this summer? Marlborough's Summer Concert Series has started up again. Mixed Emotions, a teen cabaret troupe from Riverside Theater Works in Boston, kicked off Marlborough's Summer Concert Series last week. Every Thursday throughout the summer at 7 p.m., anyone can stop by Union Common to view various concert performances. There is no charge for the concerts and no rain dates. The last performance is on August 30th. To view a schedule of the concert series, visit the Recreation Department section on the City of Marlborough website. Cumberland Farms is looking to put a new location in Marlborough, but will residents let it happen? Cumberland Farms wants to open a retail store with 8 gas pumping stations at the corner of Maple and Walker Streets, where Metro West Power Equipment is currently located. However, residents are not too keen on the idea.
There are plenty enough convenience stores on Maple Street. That being said, we'll leave that alone. As a resident of the community, though, I have some real serious concerns about traffic.
I don't really see a need. I mean, basically, a business there is to serve customer needs. And from Walker Street to McDonald's is basically a graveyard of failed gas stations.
The gas station is seeking permission to operate 24 hours, but is not pursuing a beer and wine license. The Cumberland Farms proposal has already passed with the zoning and is set to be reviewed at an upcoming Urban Affairs meeting. Gardeners of all ages and all skills can now enjoy their own garden plot on Stowe Road. A long-awaited community garden has opened in Marlborough at the Cider Knoll Conservation Land on Stowe Road. This week marked the grand opening of the garden that has more than exceeded its expectations.
We are here today on the first day of summer celebrating the opening of our first community garden. It's very exciting. We have 42 plots, and they're all subscribed, and there's gardeners who've been calling for years trying to get a community garden, and finally, everything merged together, and we have a garden today. So really, really excited, and it's fun. And
the community garden gives residents who do not have the opportunity to garden at home a place to spend their summer days growing plants, socializing, and enjoying the outdoors.
I think this is one of the best ideas the city of Marlborough's had in a long time. I had a garden for years and years at the house, and I live in an apartment now and haven't been able to have a garden. And when I heard about this, and all the work Priscilla, the Boy Scouts, everybody's done here, I'm just amazed. It's just fun. Everybody here is nice. We have a great time. It's just wonderful. Everything's growing good. You come down almost every day, look at the progress of what's happening. Everything's growing great. It's fantastic. It's a great way to spend the summer, and happy first day of summer.
The community garden was made possible with the help and donations from many volunteers, residents, the Boy Scouts, and city officials. The Marlborough Rotary Club held its annual induction of officers ceremony this week, and we were there. The Marlborough Rotary Club's main objective is service. Service in the community, in the workplace, and around the globe. With the beginning of a new Rotary year came the induction of new officers who are ready to set the tone for the future.
It's a day to gather and reflect on all we've accomplished last year and to talk about what we're going to do in the future. Our goal is nothing short of world peace through service, and that's the whole purpose of Rotary. There are 1.2 million Rotarians in over 200 countries, and I'm very honored to be just one, my bit for the rest of the world.
The Rotary Club gives back to communities internationally, and after celebrating their 90th anniversary, they continue to enhance the world day by day. That's all for this week. Thank you for watching Marlborough This Week. I'm Alicia Brand. Next, in place of the news, we will be running a special vault with Megan Mellon, showing you the 1990 GMSO 4th of July concert. And I'll see you back here on July 13th.